Greetings, internet drinking buddies. My name is Link, the show's name is Tubbin' and Chuggin', and on this episode, I'll be imbibing Soonhari apple. Welcome back to the tub, everybody. Now, I think I have a fun one here today. It comes in the form of this 12% apple-flavored soju, all the way from Korea. So let's take a closer look. The Lot Corporation, which, if you're unfamiliar with South Korea, is essentially a huge conglomerate. They run a soju line called Chum Churum, one of whose products is the Soonhari line, a fruit-flavored soju. Now, soju is a kind of Korean take on sake. It's a clear liquor, typically distilled from rice, sometimes from potatoes, and it's distilled anywhere down to 16 all the way up to 53% alcohol by volume. While you can buy soju straight, it also forms the basis for many pre-mixed cocktails like the one I have here today. This one made its way over to the States in 2015 and comes in at 12% alcohol by volume. The variety pack that I got had a peach flavor, a citron flavor, and a strawberry flavor, in addition to the apple one that I'll be sampling here tonight. These came in at $2 a bottle, which is a very healthy 89 cents a drink, with 2 1/4 drinks in every bottle. But availability might be a bit rougher on this one if you don't have a Korean supermarket near you. Now, I was able to find it at my local Costco, but my local Costco might have a much larger Asian demographic than yours, so results may vary. As far as pre-bottled cocktails go, this has quickly become one of my favorites, given its dynamite price-to-performance ratio and its overall taste profile, which I'll do my best to explain here shortly. No shot glass on this episode, as it's perfectly fine straight out of the bottle, though you may enjoy pouring it into shorter glasses if you don't intend on finishing all 2 1/4 drinks in one sitting. I have a buddy who knows a game that you can play with the little leftover part of the cap that's on every soju bottle. Yeah, these pre-bottled ones are not. Wish he was here, he could teach me how to play it. But anyway, need a toast. Only appropriate toast is a Korean one. Ganbae. Heaven, man. Just absolute heaven. Picture a Jolly Rancher. That's the analogy I'm going to give for this one, okay? A Jolly Rancher. You stick a Jolly Rancher in your mouth, and you just sip on it. But instead of taking like a while, and you can like kind of lick on it, it just sort of almost immediately starts to melt into a liquid, which just tastes like apple liquid, and then you drink it. You think to yourself, man, that is a hydrating apple juice I'm drinking right now. Before you know it, you've already had a shot, because you're, whatever, this way down the bottle. Drink a lot of it at once. Drink a little bit at once. It is so damn good, man. It is essentially the sweet spot that I have looked far and wide for in my days of something that I can have a lot of. I mentioned it's a Jolly Rancher flavor, but it melts, right? It melts into something that's just a little bit more diluted, so you can just keep drinking it. It's not as overtly sugar heavy to get the ABV down. The natural sort of distilled rice liquor that they start with to make this, in order to then mix in a more sweetened profile to it, really does help it just be kind of smooth overall, and not overtly sugary to the point where you feel like you can't have enough, and not like just fake tasting, but just good. There are varieties of this kind of product that'll come in at like a 3%, even like super low tasting, and for whatever reason, those are the ones that just taste overly sweet to me, probably because they're just adding so much more on top of it because people can taste the alcohol. But with this one, I don't taste the alcohol at all. all I taste is the apple. Now, at this point I should point out that obviously my taste buds are not your taste buds. And I have tried this with various people that I am close with, some of whom do not necessarily enjoy alcohol to the point that I do. And they've told me, yeah, that's pretty alcoholic. To which I say, are you crazy? This tastes like apple. Again, not like a Skittles apple. The Jolly Rancher apple, I think, is the go-to apple sense on this one. I'm going to stop drinking this now because I can finish this very, very quickly. And it's very, very good. But the point I want to make is that whether it's this apple flavor, whether it's the peach one, the strawberry one, the citron one, I think this is about as good as you can get for a wine cooler type beverage. It's a drink that attempts to remove the taste of alcohol in a way that does not impede upon the product. This one does that. Mike's Hard Lemonade, the Truly Lemonade that I reviewed, those products circumvent the alcohol by just blasting you with sugar. This one attempts to coexist with the alcohol in a way that I think works very well. And because it does it so well at such a high percentage, you don't have to have a lot of it to get your drink in. If you just want a drink and a half for a night, all you have to do is drink about 4 to 6 ounces of this, which you can even distill down further if it still tastes too alcoholic to you. It comes in at a spectacular price. Again, availability may vary just depending upon, how much access you have to direct Korean imported goods in your area. But if you can find it, I do highly recommend giving it a shot. Comes in a nice variety pack, which you can obviously try out your favorite flavors, or they do also sell it in fifths, 750 milliliters, which is something to sort of take a bigger gamble on once you found a flavor you may like. I would start with the variety pack and just see which kind of tastes go for you. But this is one of my highest recommendations. I do firmly believe this is the type of product that I think most people should have at a party where they want to drink but they don't like alcohol, but they want to keep themselves in control. It's a very good product to have on hand for those types of parties. So let me know, as always, if there's other things you want to see me review, and please drink responsibly.